Welcome to Mojito Monday's episode of This is Private Practice. So today is the 2nd of October 2017 and it's a public holiday for people like myself who live in New South Wales in Australia. And it's really interesting when we have public holidays here in Australia because they're not usually national holidays, although we have some. But last Thursday, Victoria had a public holiday and they're at work today. And here in New South Wales, we're having a public holiday and the Victorians are at work, which is awesome. But the big issue, or the big thing I want to talk about today is freedom and choice. So as a private practice owner, I have the freedom and the choice to work when I want to work. It hasn't always been that way. I have been a private practice owner when I worked when everyone else wanted me to work. And I have felt that relentless compulsion to always be available for my customers and always be available for my clients and always be reading and always be on social media and always be presenting and always. And I've talked about this a lot, that level of relentlessness and not switching off and not having clear boundaries leads to one place. And it doesn't lead up, and it doesn't lead to success, and it doesn't lead to feeling awesome. And instead of giving us this sense of freedom, which so many of us are in this business for, like, why would you do this if you didn't want to experience freedom? We feel enslaved by our businesses, and that's horrible. It's just an awful feeling to feel enslaved by your business, enslaved by your bills, enslaved by your team members wanting another piece of you, enslaved by compliance and financial compliance and regulatory compliance, and enslaved by rules, and enslaved by client demands, and enslaved by not having things finished, and enslaved by a to-do list that is astronomically huge and really unhelpful. Anyone who has made the decision to step out on their own has done it because they want a greater sense of control and a greater sense of freedom. So why do we give that up? We tend to give it up because we feel like if we're not meeting everyone else's demands 100% of the time, then our reputation is going to fail, our credibility is going to be questioned, our competence is going to be questioned. Gosh, we put so much pressure on ourselves and we aren't very kind to ourselves, are we? So what if this week we went about asking ourselves the question, what can I say no to? Let's look for opportunities to say no to something that might feel like a good idea in the moment, but is not a good idea strategically. Something that we know is just about FOMO, fear of missing out, rather than it being able to look after ourselves, our clients, our businesses, our family. What can we say no to? It was a question that came up for me when I went to an immersion day on the 22nd of September. And the word for me for this quarter, because I like to run my business in quarters, is complete. Now, other awesome people get pioneer and vibrance and delivery and change the world, and I got complete because I am so awesome at starting things. I am so good at the creation piece, so good at starting things. I am not so great at completing things, and I have a lot of things started that now feel like they're half-assed because I started them without having any real impetus for seeing them through to completion. And it's a real lid on my business, and it's an incredible lid on my leadership, and it's confronted me. So it doesn't mean I have to do all of the bits and the things and the stuff and the implementation, but I need to know and follow these projects through to completion. I need to finish things. I need to complete things. I need to go through this season of completion. Now, in order for me to do that, it means I'm going to have to say no to stuff. So there will be countless new opportunities come up for me this quarter. I have to be really clear about the ones that I'm going to take on. There are going to be so many options for me to go do fun stuff and chase new shiny things and be with fun people and do fun things and feel like I'm having fun, when I really just need to knuckle down and complete things that I've started here in the business. I'm really committed to completion this quarter because I am amazed and in awe of my incredible team here at Purple Co. And the positioning that we're starting to gain and the people who want to partner with us. I had the most incredible meeting with Superfriend last week, and I'm really excited with how Superfriend and Purple Co can now partner to raise awareness on mental health issues at work and on how we can help good mental health at the forefront of discussions. That's going to be so exciting. So if I don't up my leadership skills, if I don't up my capacity and get rid of the lid in the business, which is me, because everything rises and falls on leadership. Thank you, John Maxwell. If I don't raise that, then this isn't going to go so well, and people are going to lose faith in me. My credibility is going to be questioned. My reputation is going to be malaligned, and I'm just going to feel flat, awful, and less than. So my challenge to you this week, awesome people, is what can you, shall you, and will you say no to? I'd love to see your comments below on the post here and on the YouTube and on the podcast. Yes, this is going to be a podcast one day eventually. Thanks, Nicola Moras, for that awesome idea. Let's start talking about what we can say no to and encourage and support and high five and cheer and go no and be totally encouraged and supported, knowing it is the best thing for us right now. So this is private practice and this is Mojito Monday. We may not have another Mojito Monday, but here we go. Have a great week.